Fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight. You're in for one crazy ride tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show. Hashtag one on Facebook.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to this incredibly awesome ride, because tonight, welcome back for myself. First of all, it's been a little while since I've been on here, but welcome back. Welcome back to the racing show, Fast Eddie. Welcome back, Eddie.
Hello, it's great to be here again.
So, Eddie, let's talk about what has your racing season been like this year.
My racing season definitely had ups and downs this year. At the beginning of the season, we really couldn't get an engine in the car, and then when we did, it blew a head gasket and it got all warped. So by the time we got a new engine in, I missed a few races, but then I immediately started to, pick up podium positions, wins, get a bunch of points and kind of get back into the championship. And actually, right now, I got sixth at Monadnock after getting a bit of contact, and fourth at Hudson. So still trying my best. Still kicking. So
Okay, so Eddie, have you gained any more sponsors going throughout the season?
we did gain Tow Bandit or Snow Bandit trailers. They kind of
Okay,
help with the trailers, and all that. So
okay. So Eddie, are you done racing for the season then, or you got some more races you're doing yet?
I believe I still have 3 or 4 races left in the season. I think 2 at Monadnock, one happening this Saturday and next Saturday, I believe. And then Hudson happening, I think maybe this Sunday. I'm not sure though. Maybe next Sunday.
Okay, so Eddie, what kind of problems have you ran into with your car this season?
There's a few problems. For example, like the engine, blew the head gasket and just, overheated and warped everything. There's also a few other problems, like bending struts and, the like kind of rubber on the outside of the spring at the top of the strut tower that kind of wore out. So we had to replace those and, other like smaller stuff like that, like one of my fan wires, the positive just somehow got caught up, so I had to solder that back together. So
Oh yeah. So what have you learned this year as far as working on your car? Are you doing a lot of the work on your car yourself now, or?
yeah, I pretty much do everything on my car by myself, since my dad works, I work, so after work, just come back, work on the car. I got the new strut with, the springs, everything in like 20 minutes. I am now in the process of rebuilding my own engine, just waiting on parts, at this point, and I learned to change a wheel bearing, a bunch of other stuff, so.
Okay. So Eddie, so has school started for you yet?
Yeah, this week is my second week in school.
Okay. Are you in school or are you doing online school?
I'm actually in school, and masks are kind of optional, but no one wears them, so.
Okay. So Eddie, is there any big plans you're looking forward to going into next year then?
Some big plans are probably getting into the Pro 4 modifieds. We have a few friends in there, and they're, it's a way nicer group than, kind of like the pure stocks where like there's maybe a few politics here and there, and it's just, sometimes you just get DQ'd for no reason. So
Oh yeah, I hear you. So Eddie, I'm going into okay, the rest of your season. Are you looking to kind of build on, hopefully turn your season around, hopefully get it in victory lane a couple times?
yeah, hopefully getting a victory. I mean, that's everyone's, dream and goal at the end of the season, but definitely get back in the championship, maybe get a few more points, pass a few more people in the championship. And yeah, that's pretty much it, nothing else.
Okay. So Eddie, so have you been to any races to watch any racing?
I mean, we did go to our friend's race when my car, didn't have an engine in it and stuff, but uh, not really. Haven't been going to many races, just kind of racing myself and.
Okay. So Eddie, let's talk now about so you're looking at finishing out your racing season and going into a different class next year. So you're a little bit nervous going into this new class for next year.
It's a little bit, different. It's all rear wheel drives instead of, front wheel drives. It's, a lot more horsepower and, open wheel instead of, kind of closed wheel NASCAR setup,
Oh
so
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
a few different things, definitely a lot faster. And this is a tour core or, they tour, but in the pure stocks, we just kind of stay at one or two tracks, so it's definitely gonna be a new change, for next year. But
Oh yeah, yeah. So Eddie, going into your school year, because you're what, a freshman now?
yes.
Okay. So what have you found what's different for your freshman year from your eighth grade year? What are you figuring out this your freshman year?
Well, especially for example, like the school is a lot bigger, but every day I walk it gets a little smaller, people are a lot more friendlier, and there's no like, real like split groups or anything. You can just, walk up to anyone, just sit by them like at lunch or something. A lot, people are just a lot more friendlier, and everyone's excited to just, start the year. So
Yeah. So Eddie, so that's what you got going for you. Have you gotten any homework yet?
yeah, I did have quite a bit of homework. Today I don't have as much, as I did other days, but it's definitely, coming in.
Okay. So Eddie, where have you went out to eat lately?
Kind of, made my own food. Didn't really go out anywhere.
Okay, okay. So what's your favorite thing to make?
Made soup or, made a burger or something like that. Sometimes a salad, depends on the day,
Okay, okay, okay. So Eddie, so your dad's your crew chief, right?
Yes.
Okay. How's that going working for you guys? You guys work pretty good together?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. He kind of gives me some tips on the lines and, what to do, what not to do. I just kind of tell him, what air pressure is made to run. He kind of, adjusts them. Also, if I say like it's loose or tight, so
Oh
we
yeah,
work.
yeah. And Eddie, okay, when you go into your future races, how many laps are your future races now for this class that you're in?
Usually the pure stocks, there's around 25 laps. Sometimes there's a special race where it's like 50 laps. It kind of depends on the race, but
Okay.
25 laps for the feature and only 15 for the heat or qualifying.
So how do you not use up your tires in the beginning of the feature? Because if you're running 25 to 50 laps.
It's a lot of different strategies. You want to warm up your tires so that they actually have grip, but you don't want to overwarm them. So it's just kind of a ball game. If there's a caution, usually you don't really warm up your tires because they're already really hot. So
Oh
it's just
yeah.
different strategies that go into it. You also have to take into account if it's a hot or cold day. And if it's a cold day, then maybe you have to warm up your tires a bit more. So.
So how many tires do you guys go through on a race weekend?
On a race weekend, it depends if we make contact or not. Like one weekend, I went through like three or four, tires.
Wow.
Another weekend, I didn't go through any, so it just kind of depends all on the contact, how worn the tires are, But currently, the season, I went through three sets, you know.
Okay.
Well, two and a half. We just bought a third set, so.
So have you gained some more racing fans this year?
Oh, definitely. A lot more followers and stuff. A lot of people, checking me out, coming to see my races and stuff.
Okay, okay, okay. So Eddie, good luck to you going into next year and good luck to you the rest of this racing season coming up.
Thank you.
So what kind of car, okay, what your pure stock, what's the make and model of your pure stock?
It's a 1991 Honda Civic Si.
Okay, 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 okay. Got a lot of throttle in it.
You're pretty much either on or off the throttle. Sometimes at Hudson you're kind of in between, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, okay. So Eddie, yes, definitely. Thank you very much for being on the racing show with me tonight, talking to us about your racing career. And I'll tell you what, Eddie, if you know of any race car drivers that'd be interested in doing this racing show with me, feel free to reach out to them because I'd appreciate that very much.
All right.
Yes. So Eddie, just like I said, I wanted to get on here and talk to you a little bit about your racing show, about your racing career, sorry. And figure out what's happening with you this racing season. So definitely stay in touch. I will be giving you a call here in a little bit to thank you in person for doing this with me, giving us an update as to what's going on with your racing career. So definitely, Eddie, that's pretty much what I've got for you tonight. I'll let you step out and I'll get some racing news updates here and then I'll call you, okay?
All right, and thanks for having me. It's been great, and talk to you soon.
Yep, talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Fast Eddie out of the East Coast. He's driving pure stock out there, but he's going to be moving to new classic cars starting next year. So it's going to be interesting to see where Fast Eddie goes with his racing career. But ladies and gentlemen, let's give a little racing news update here, talking about racing season as it's getting very interesting as it's going on here. Big question is, where do you think Kyle Busch will end up next year? Do you think he's going to end up with Colleague? Or do you think he's going to end up with Childress? Or do you think he's going to stick with Gibbs? This is going to get real interesting real quick. It's still debatable as to what's going to be happening there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations goes out to Antron Brown for picking up the U.S. Nationals title championship in his own driving for himself this year. So it's going to be congratulations to Antron Brown. Also, ladies and gentlemen, definitely something to look at. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when it comes to the IndyCar Championship. That's winding down too. There's like 2 or 3 Penske drivers that are up for the title this year. So let's see what happens there, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be interesting as all get out. Also, ladies and gentlemen, definitely checking in with different things. NASCAR Truck Series has a new title sponsor for next year. Actually, an old title sponsor coming back to that series. It's going to be back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. So that's going to be interesting to see that. And also, ladies and gentlemen, news that came out yesterday. The NASCAR All-Star race is going to be at North Wilkesboro Speedway. So that track is coming back. So that's going to be pretty awesome to have the All-Star race there. But ladies and gentlemen, just to give you a little racing news update there, I know a lot of drivers are not happy with the new NASCAR next gen cars. So we'll see what happens there. I know Kevin Harvick is one of them. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, just coming on here to give a little racing news update for you guys. Also, congratulations goes out to Zeke Bergenti for picking up the Cookout Series USAC.25 National Race Championship at Darlington. That was pretty awesome. Congratulations to Zeke. Also, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations goes out to Chris Dolan. He continues to be on a roll this year, picking up feature wins like crazy. So congratulations to Chris Dolan. Also, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Dolan, the game changer Murdy, for picking up the qualifying feature race last night for the Casey's General Store, Boone, Iowa Super Nationals. So that automatically locks him into the big dance for Saturday night. So good luck to Dolan Murdy. Also, ladies and gentlemen, definitely find out where the Boone Super Nationals are on your TV channel, because they have 1,000 cars pre-registered for this race. So definitely, ladies and gentlemen, find out where it's at and tune into the IMCA Casey's General Store Boone Super Nationals to see how that's going. Also, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations goes out to Sheldon Hauenchild for picking up the win out on the East Coast in the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars, along with David Gravel, I believe, picked up the other one. But ladies and gentlemen, just coming on here to talk to you a little bit about the racing news and talking to Fast Eddie. Also, I'd like to thank Manning Motorsports for sponsoring this racing show. And also, ladies and gentlemen, thank all of you racing fans for being a part of this racing show with me. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to step away from here. And if you guys would like to help sponsor this racing show, get a hold of me at jjnolan151@gmail.com, or you can call and text me at 712-209-7138. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. Catch you later on another episode of the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. Also, go press like on the, go hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification button on the YouTube channel. Also, go hit like on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on Facebook for all the racing news updates. Also, ladies and gentlemen, definitely, if there's any drivers out here that would like to be on this racing show, feel free to text or email me at the email and phone number that I gave you guys just a little bit ago. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night and catch you later on another episode of the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube.